So, have you thought about the fact that one day you will most likely die? Hi everyone, my name is Manel. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I speak about our Black experiences, and I'm hoping to encourage us and to champion us, as well as to share what it is like to be Black to those who are not. So if you want to learn more, come and join my channel. I haven't talked about this a lot, but let's get into it. I'm a funeral director. I've been a funeral director for many years. I have worked many roles, meaning helping with removals, bringing your loved ones into our care, making arrangements, taking out services, and now I really focus on speaking to communities and helping people get their plans set ahead of time. I say all that to say this. It is so important to plan ahead. I was reading through the news articles today and I saw one that just stopped me and forced me to make this video. I don't do many videos about, death and planning just because they're what I do for work. So not necessarily what I do in my own page or in my own story, but I think this is really important. So let's talk about it, especially as the Black community. Having a will and planning ahead is so important. For those who have done it, they know how valuable it can be. For those who don't, we just tend to not want to talk about it, and so nothing gets done. The article that I read broke my heart, and I don't even want to speak. I'm not speaking ill, of course. No, it is what it is. It's the situations that we're in, but it's one more Black celebrity who died without leaving a will. And Chadwick Boseman did not have a will. I hear these stories and I think of Aretha Franklin, of Prince, and now Chadwick Boseman, all of these people with great estates who are wise and talented, but weren't able to do that one last thing that would make things so much easier for their families. There are different kinds of wills that you can do. There's different options. But before we even get to that, why don't we do wills? So because I've been doing this for a while, I've done some market research, and I've spoken to people within the community as to why it is that we don't want to talk about death and why we don't want to make any plans. And between the sexes, those who identify as men have been saying it just puts it in the forefront. They can no longer control, and they don't want to have that conversation because they can't control the outcome. They can't control what will be happening. For the women, for the most part, they're more interested in having the conversations. It's just about getting to it and feeling as though they have the finances to do it. But that's more of the hindrance that I found for the women. I have to say that we are doing so much better as the Black community. I've been doing this and planning ahead, like in the pre-planning portion of the career, for many years. And from where we were 10 years ago till now, we are making leaps and bounds strides forward. So it's wonderful to see. But if I can use my voice, especially in this time, to do something, I will encourage us to have these conversations and to normalize them. I remember years ago, there was an Italian family that came into the funeral home and they said, okay, it's Christmas time. We are going to get a gift for our kids and we're going to plan our funeral. We already did a cemetery. We're going to give it to them as our gift for Christmas. And I thought, how awesome is that? How awesome. It's a weird, as a kid, you get that gift and you're thinking, oh, that's strange. But when you need it, you're so thankful that that was your gift years ago. And I wanted years ago for the Black community to get to that point where we can speak about death and planning ahead for it and taking away that narrative of my kids need something to pay for. Ending that narrative so that we can actually set things in place so that it's easier for our kids, so that we can create that generational wealth by getting insurance, by setting things in place so that we're not taxed on everything when you pass. Those things are how we improve, or how we grow, and how we continue with that generational wealth. So I say all of this to encourage us to get our plans done and to have those conversations. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's hard, but 100% of us are going to die. And the saying is true, death and taxes are guaranteed. So it is so important that we speak about what we want and how we want things to be done. We have Black lawyers. You can still support the community. You can speak to them, get information. If you don't even want to do that much, you can do a holograph will, which is just writing it all yourself. Just write it all, sign, date it, all in your own handwriting, and say what you want. That at least is a start. Can it be contested? Yes. Yes, it can, right? Because it's just your handwriting and it's left to interpretation. So you're better off to go with a lawyer and have them create something for you. But if you won't do anything else, at least a holograph will get you started. So I want to encourage, especially the Black community. Everybody needs to do this, but especially those who are afraid of talking about death, to do it. There's no getting around it, and it will have to be done. And if you don't do it, you're then leaving everything for your children, for your loved ones, for your friends to figure out on your behalf. And that can be really hard. On the other side, it's in those moments when things have not been left clearly, or things have not been allocated in a quote unquote fair way, that generational divides happen. And we'll see that on the other side. You're gone. You're not involved in it. But your family is now dealing with this upset and frustrations, and just there is so much left for the family to now cope with when nothing has been clearly defined. So please take a moment, think about what you want to have, think about your funeral, think about your death, what you want that to be. I know it's hard, I know it's awkward, but after having one conversation, it's done. Or after having a few little conversations, bit by bit, by bit, by bit, by bit. Both options work. Just having little normalizing conversations about death makes it a lot easier at the time as well. So, that's my little bit. If I can encourage you to do anything, please, 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 put some things in writing. Set your final affairs in order. And then don't think about it again. Put it in a drawer, put it in your fire safe, and then you don't have to think about it again because you've got it all completed and done. The funeral director's corner within me, speaking my heart to you. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, or I hope you at least got something from it, and it's going to encourage you to talk. If I can support you in this, I've got booklets, I have information, I can share them with you. Absolutely. There's no charge for that. That's just information. So send me a message, an email, a DM, and I will get that out to you for sure. Take care, guys. Doc on my face, doc on my face. Hey, doc on my face, doc on my face. Huh? Doc on my face, doc on my face. Okay. Ready? Do a will. Have conversations. You're gonna die. Got it.